favourite kind of setups, and what type of returns do you target?
I like to look for somewhere anything from 5 to 1 to 10 to 1 return when I see a setup between how much I'm willing to lose and how much I believe I can make. So it's not just the setup, but it's how you use it. So I can give you an example. One of my favourite ones, which is one of the lesser known ones, is a cup and handle pattern, or something that resembles that cup and handle setup. And it's a continuation pattern, and when it occurs I find it represents a very good risk reward opportunity, because if it comes out right there's going to be a large move afterwards in the same direction of the previous trend, and it will give you a chance to add to it as well and move your stop higher alongside it. And if you're wrong, there's a pretty clear stop, usually available to you. And it's one of these patterns where you can also play and anticipate it and still have a relatively small stop compared to the return you'll make. Now, they don't often reveal themselves. They're not one of those patterns that you're going to find all over the place. And particularly in short-term markets, I struggle with them. They're more of a sort of medium-term pattern. Inverted head and shoulders I like as well. Not inverted, reverse head and shoulders, or head and shoulders failures. They're another favourite pattern. And head and shoulders is very rarely a good entrance pattern for me, and as it's on a long-term market. But when head and shoulder patterns fail, they're usually great indicators there's going to be a large move the other way. You can usually get a very good risk-reward trade on. So sometimes looking at pattern failures can be more revealing than looking at completed and successful patterns, which is kind of turning it on its head a little bit. But just about every pattern can reveal something. I like to look at where the pattern is within the trend, what the previous trend looks like. I like to look at patterns within patterns as well. Those are really powerful. So if you have a large pattern forming and then you spot a minor pattern within that, I find the chance of success of that pattern both completing and producing a very large move very high. So you've got that favourable risk reward setup, you've got a clear stop, and you've got a chance to add to it once it breaks.
Would you say that most of your successes in the markets have come from short-term trading, or what might be called position trading, trend following?
In the last couple of years it's been trend following, because the market's had some pretty clear trends until perhaps this year, until perhaps the last couple of months. That's normally been alien to me in the past. I would normally be a short-term position trader. In the past, when I was more active, definitely short-term positions. I wasn't a trend follower or trend trader at all. As I mentioned earlier, I didn't like having positions on for more than a few days to maybe a couple of weeks at the most. So I'd like to get in and out of position and then move on to the next trade.